Alright everybody, I'm here today to help any photographers that might be interested in trying to get pictures like this. This is the International Space Station crossing in front of the moon, called a lunar transit. That is a crop of this shot, which is a crop. You can see the space station down here. The space station, when it crosses in front of the moon, the transit will only last for about half a second, maybe a little bit more, depending on how far you are away from the station and how full the moon is. At this picture, the moon was about 70% full. So how do I know when the space station is going to cross in front of the moon? I use a website called CalSky. This site is for astronomers. I am not an astronomer. I'm very much of a novice when it comes to stuff like that. But this site is very good for predicting when the station will cross in front of the moon. It doesn't happen super often, once every few weeks, in any particular area you are, according to how far you're willing to drive to see it. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through the steps that I use. Okay, first of all, I've gone to CalSky. You can sign up and be a member. I'm not logged in right now. I'm going to do this as if I'm a guest. In this section right here, it says it has chosen a site for me, Smyrna, United States. That's in Georgia. It's a suburb of Atlanta. That's just pulled up off the internet. It knows where I am. I'm going to switch this real quick so that I can show you that you can pretty easily switch where you are. I'm going to click here for a different site. Personalize your CalSky. There's a lot of stuff here that you can fill out. I'm not going to worry about it as much in showing you all this. I'm just going to make it real simple. It's using a Google map. It shows where I am right now. That's where I am right now. I'm going to back out with my mouse. And I'm going to switch my site. I'm going to move it to just downtown Atlanta. And I'm going to click right here to use this location. I could move that spot anywhere I wanted to. It's going to come up this. I could fill in things about it. You can look through it if you'd like. I don't worry about it too much. I just go down here to the bottom and press go. Now it has my site as being in Atlanta, just north of downtown Atlanta, but for these purposes it works fine. Okay, now up here along all these things you have satellites. I'm going to click satellites, and then I'm going to go to International Space Station, ISS. I'm going to click it. Now we're on the ISS page, and to calculate how long you want it to calculate, you go right here, select start of calculation. Today is April 21st, 2015. It's currently 10:14 in the morning. Select duration, 16 hours. When I'm looking for upcoming events, I might click this and go all the way down to 2 weeks or a month. If I were to click on a month and get calculations, one thing that I have to realize is that these predictions aren't perfect, and the farther you are away from a prediction, the more error there can be. So if I clicked on the month and found something that was going to happen a month from now, it may actually not happen by the time that comes up. But for this particular video, I'm going to click 1 week because we do have something coming up this Friday. Today is Tuesday. We have something coming up on Friday, but I'm just going to click a week. Alright, I'm not going to hit go yet. I'm going to come over and scroll down. There's another section to this that I want to click on. This right here says close flybys of satellite with sun, moon, planets, and stars. For my purposes, I only want predictions that are close to the sun and the moon, because those are the two things I'm interested in photographing the space station as it crosses in front of them. Now, by close flybys, I can select how close. I can go up here to maybe these are arc seconds. I don't really know, to be honest. Oh no, they're just degrees, how many degrees off they are. But instead of that, I'm going to click maximum distance to the center line. Let's say that I'm willing to drive 100 kilometers, 60.2 miles, maybe something like that, 60 miles. If I'm willing to drive up to 60 miles to get the picture, I'm going to click the 100 kilometer. And then I'm only going to do sun and moon events because I really don't want to know when the space station crosses in front of Jupiter or Venus or whatever. I'm only looking for sun and moon, so I'm going to click sun and moon, and then I'm going to click go. Now I have some results from the prediction calculator that will show me different times that the station is coming through. It also up here it was showing satellite passes, so it's also showing some passes, like this pass right here is not a close to the moon event, but whenever there is a close to the moon event, it will show up close to the moon. That one is for today, but it happens at 3:49. I'm sorry, 1:49 this afternoon. I do not believe the moon will be visible at that time, so I'm not going to worry about it. But they're going to scroll down to Friday. Here is a close to the moon event on Friday, April 24th at 8:49, 08.83 seconds. Now, this time I'm not going to worry about as much right here. I'm going to show you something that'll get you even a better prediction in just a second. One of the things I look for is this right here, the altitude. That's the altitude of the moon. And it'll be at 63.7 degrees. That's good. The higher in the sky that the moon or the sun is when you're taking the picture, that means that the straighter up, the higher in the sky the space station will be. If the space station crosses over you at 90 degrees, it's about 250 miles away from you. As the angle goes down, the space station is actually farther away. And when it gets farther away, the station is actually smaller in the picture, and you may not get the solar panels according to what lens or telescope or whatever you're using. But that's a pretty good one, 63.7 degrees. Now, the center line is what I pay attention to on this. I'm going to click on center line, and I'm going to scroll down. Now, here's Atlanta. Here's the spot that it is using as my site. And on Friday, here is the path of the space station as it crosses over the Atlanta area. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit and show you what these little red boxes are. The little red boxes, I'm going to click on it. Now, at this particular spot on the ground, if I'm standing at that particular spot, then at 8:49 and 9.2 seconds, the space station will be crossing in front of the moon. As the station goes down, these times change. Each of these boxes are 0.2 seconds. So if I were to click on this one, it's at 9.4 seconds. Okay, 9.6 seconds. From this page, if I'm looking to take a shot of the space station, I will now start looking for spots on the ground that I would like to be at to set up to take the pictures. So I'm going to zoom in real quick. Let's see, here's a mall. I don't like to get on private property. I like to look for spots that are along the road that I can get in and not bother anybody. Looking for dark places, but to be honest, the moon is pretty bright for photography, so I'm not as worried about street lights. But anyway, that can be your preference. But I'm going to look for a spot. I'm going to zoom down and find, oh look, there is an outlet mall. The outlet mall shopping center. Okay. and the line goes right through the parking lot. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to switch it to to the satellite image. Now I know that if I go up Interstate 85, get off on Steve Reynolds Boulevard, and come up here and get into this parking lot. Might not be the best at 8:49 on a Friday, but it may be. I could be somewhere in here. Now, how close do I have to be to that line to get the shot? I'm going to be honest. I do not know exactly how far. If you were over here, it may pass, but it may not go right through the center of the moon. I'm always looking for the exact center. One of the reasons for that is in case there is any error in this line, the closer I am to it, the less error I'll have in the end result. So anyway, if I'm at this spot this Friday and I get my shutter going just before 8:49:08.8, then maybe I can catch a shot of the space station.